Good evening from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. The time is 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock and 1 minute. JV conference game, Eagan versus Park of Cottage Grove. Puck goes back in, Levine dumps it in. Lunenburg, Larson, Thomas, Levine, and Hansen, your starting lineup today on the ice. Park over the sideboards, Larson able to keep it in. Shot goes behind the net. Lunenburg first back on it for the Cats. Sent back up to the point past Levine's stick as he retreats back into the other end. Hansen sends it back out. Shot on net, covered by Micah Stropp, number 1, your starting goaltender. Music very loud, so I'll try to keep most of my commentary too in between the whistles. Gino Palello takes the draw. Quick shot on net, covered by Stropp. Vobel, Siljan, your deep pair. Mead putting pressure up top. Cottage Grove behind their net, sending up the boards to the point and breaks it out. Doesn't break it out into neutral zone. Cat's able to keep it in. Palello with pressure behind. Sent back to neutral zone. Mead takes it in, loses an edge, dumped back into neutral zone, picked up and dumped back in by Siljan. Siljan goes for a change. Onto the ice comes Riley, Groutman, Levine, and Hansen back on. Hansen turns around, back into the neutral zone, tapped back in, Levine behind the net. Levine gets it up to Groutman, who avoids a check. And first in the zone with Riley. Park dumps it around the boards. Able to get to the neutral zone, dumps it in deep. Levine tips back ahead to Riley. Riley centering pass to Groutman, who skates just by it. Man on the ice. Levine dumps it and ices it past 2 red lines for a stoppage in play. Preston Skoog at the draw. That one takes a weird bounce, goes through the crease. Up the boards for Skoog, who is able to get it to the blue line. Does get it out, so that will be a offside call coming back out to the far dot from our perspective. Right in front of the Wildcat bench. Pushed ahead by Skoog, picked up by Park, who dumps it in. That one's going to be another icing whistle. 14:20 left in the first period. Few shots on goal in favor of Park, 1-0. Levine and Razinin at the point. A.M. Thomas putting pressure behind. Gloves down the side by Lunenburg. Razinin dumps it back for Larson. Larson to Thomas. Thomas looking for pressure out front. Gets out to Lunenburg. Shot blocked. Nice scoring opportunity there by Lunenburg. Set up by Thomas. Back to Lunenburg to the corner. Larson. Pressure on. Razinin able to keep control. Throws it loose up to the top. Goalie bobbles it, recovers, and sends it back out for a Park breakout. Dumps it into the far corner. Levine first on it for the Cats. Levine sends it into the neutral zone, picked up by Park 26. They touch up, bring it back onside. Levine on it again. Levine sends it around the corner. This pass gets tipped up, successfully breaks out. Mead on it. Brought back in onside again. Larson has it go by him. Levine has two on him behind the net. Sent out front through the slot, back into the corner by Park. Levine sends it up the boards, doesn't get all the way around. Nice block by Levine, he has a stick. Pavic takes one down. They're going to call that on Pavic for a slash. Park player holding the back of his net. Skates on his own accord back to the bench. Blake Pavic to the bench. 2 minutes for a slashing call. Cats' first penalty kill of the game. PK unit, Larson, Groutman, Vobel, and Hansen. Coach Taylor had a question. Don't know if he got it answered. Park sends it across. Groutman had a brief touch on it, gets sent back behind the Eagan net, and Vobel able to send it back into the neutral zone. Park will have to touch up. Park touches up, brings it back onside. Hansen behind the net, applying pressure, able to get a stick briefly on it into the corner for Park. Park back to the top of the circles. Scissor play back behind, shot low and hard, gets deflected into the corner by Straub. Hooking call on Cottage Grove White. Getting an explanation from the ref that you are not allowed to do that in high school hockey. Looked pretty minor, didn't see it occur. I was a little bit surprised that that happened, and brings us back to the other end of the ice for 4-on-4 for 1:15. Siljan, nice shot, nice loose rebound out front. Tried to clean up there. Siljan pokes it back into the offensive end. Cottage Grove backhands it out. Levine picks it up, makes some space for himself. D-to-D pass over to Thomas. Thomas brings it on outside. He has Lunenberg with him. Takes a shot low. Rebound goes loose. Nice fight by Thomas towards the net. Levine shot flurries off some skates towards the net. Grove gets it through neutral zone, but that one goes all the way down for an icing whistle. 26 seconds left in Eagan penalty with 1:11 left for Park Cottage Grove. 11:10 left in the first period. Still not a lot of shots going on here. In favor now of the Wildcats, 4-2. Puck is down as Meade tried to cape over to Vobel. Vobel brings it in, gets to the outside, still looking to drive to the net. Has a shot that goes high and wide back to the other side boards. Meade able to keep a stick on it. Palello touches up. That Park comes away with it. Into the defensive zone, up to Palello. Palello looking for Meade. Meade not able to get around one. Shove behind from Pavic as he's out of the box. Eagan back at full strength as Meade shakes a shot that goes off the glove of Cottage Grove netminder. Pavic dumps it back into the corner, intending for Palello. Palello to Meade. Meade catches it in the corner. Meade back to Palello. Palello leaves it for Meade. Out front to Siljan. Siljan takes a shot wide left. Vogel at the corner. Puts it in for Pavic. Pavic keeps it dancing at the blue line. Sends it back again for Mead, who's first on it. Full strength for Park Cottage Grove. Siljan sends it back behind the net. Lunenburg loses an edge, but Mead picks it up. Mead trying to send that one to the point for Siljan. Gets by him. Pavic with good pressure and control. Wasn't able to send it back in, but Mead first on the puck gets it up to Vogel. Vogel to Pavic. Pavic can't get around one. He's held up, but Vogel dumps it in deep for Lunenburg. Leaves it behind for Cottage Grove, picks it up, and they will stretch pass over to the other side. Gets around a couple players here. Razinin, nice stick to get it back into neutral zone. Offside, touch up, brought back out by Vogel as he gets it tipped in by Brandon Lunenburg as he heads off for a change. Larson, shoved from behind, 2 Cats in the corner with 3 Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove picks it up behind the net, sends it up the boards, kept in by Razinin at the point. Other direction comes Cottage Grove. They're going to send it down the length of the ice for an icing whistle. 8:53 left in the first period. Shots 5-2 favor your Cats. Riley, Groutman, Hanson, Levine. Your draw won by Ethan Mann gets poked to stick of Cottage Grove. Levine defending. They send it over. Unsuccessful pass. Levine up to Riley. Riley skating up with Groutman and Mann as Riley gets into the boards. Groutman, good pressure behind the net. Riley sends it into the netting, and we will have another whistle with a face-off to the right of the Cottage Grove netminder. Second of 3 games this week. JV had a win, narrow win against Lakeville South earlier on Tuesday. This is the second game on this Thursday evening. And the last game will be another away game versus Hastings, down at Hastings. Park sends it in, pressure aside, Levine and Hansen get tied up. Beautiful glove save by Micah Straub, as 2 of his defensemen were tied up with each other a little bit too lockstep. 8:08 left, period 1 of regulation play. Gina Palello back to Siljan. Siljan sends it off the glass with his 6th man. Pavic was reaching for it. Pavic and Mead in the zone. Back out to neutral ice. Siljan back into neutral zone territory. Mead and Pavic forechecking. Palello at the sidewalls as well. Mead able to get it up to Palello. Cottage Grove regains control, setting it up behind the net. Tipped aside by Pavic, kept in by Siljan with a nice shot. Goalie didn't know he had it. It's in his pads. .728 in the first period. Vogel, Siljan out at the point. Liam Thomas back on the ice with Lunenburg and Larson. Back up to the point. Siljan took a play at it, but not able to get it down deeper. Back in with the help from Lunenburg and Thomas. Lunenburg behind the net with a great forecheck. Kept in by Larson. Larson shot on goal, glove save. Cats keeping up their pressure, 8-3 shots on goal. Hansen and Levine at the point. Forwards remain the same. Park behind the net, takes it out, stretch pass across, gloved aside by Hansen. Levine into the corner, sends it up, looking for Thomas. Thomas has it into Park's skates. Hansen, Levine defending. Park not able to get a shot off. Hansen sends it up and out of the zone. Park will have to touch up and clear. Good pressure by Larson to keep his man pinned up. Ethan Mann in the zone with Liam Riley. Riley forces the play up the boards. Shoulder check there, kept in. Up to Riley, who's pushed off the puck. Hansen sends that one behind the net. Groutman there first on it. Centers up to Mann, who was just on the doorstep, a little deep. Cottage Grove able to keep a glove on it and save another one of the 9 shots on net. Deep pair switches out, Razinin and Vobel on the ice with Riley, Mann, and Groutman. Mann back to the point for Vobel. Vobel takes a shot through traffic, deflects aside off the shoulder of the netminder. Groutman back for Mann. Cottage Grove sends it up the boards. Razinin sends it over to the side, dumped in by 36 Mann, but that one leaves the rink. The ref gets a new puck. The other one is sent back into the ice. Kreiser. Skoog. And Eddie on the ice. Dumped into the corner by Vobel. Vobel and Razin at the points. That one's sent around. Gets through the slot. Skoog keeps that in. Dishes it up to Eddie. Shot high and to the left. Pass over. Cottage Grove. Razin couldn't get there in time. Vobel clean up behind in the corner. Up to Eddie. Vobel. Sent back into the corner, behind for Razinin. Razinin looking to get it to Kreiser. Kreiser tried to tip that one up over the rushing Park player. Park shuts it on net. Over to the other side. Blocked. Over through the crease. Vobel with Eddie. Eddie hits it off of Kerner. Kerner tried to catch it, but then realized he's not in the game right now. Habits of a goalie are strong. Back on the ice, Levine, Hansen, Palello, Mead, and Pavic. That one low on net, covered by Strop. 4:49 left, first period, 9-5. The shots in favor of Eagan. Puck loose, gets sent wide of the net over Strop's left side. Palello behind the net, applying pressure. Park centers, picked up by Pavic, up to Mead, and then up to Hansen. Pavic, stick between his own, or puck between his own legs, gets around one into the corner, sent back up for Mead. Mead dances around, loses control, but picked up again by Pavic. Pavic trying to make himself room to the front. Turns and shoots. That one goes wide, gets back over to Palello. Took another shot on net. Picked up by Mead. Mead was looking for Hansen at the point. Intercepted by Cottage Grove. Palello pushes his man to the boards. Mead puts pressure on as well. Levine thought about going for it, picked up again by Pavic. Pavic can't get a shot off. Levine deflects it, gets it over to Hansen, who sends it out deep and goes off for a change himself. Lunenburg. Nice pressure by Siljan. As Park will have to touch up, dump it deep, but the call is offside. Sticky. 3:23 left in the first period. Offside call gets the puck back into neutral zone. Lunenburg, Larson, and Thomas out front. Vogel and Siljan behind. Siljan dumps it out. Gets it up to Larson, who's trying to get it to Lunenburg. Doesn't make it there. Siljan trying to collect again behind the net. Gets picked up by Cottage Grove. Vogel got some space for himself with 3 Cottage Grove behind him. Drops it for Larson, who shoots it just wide. Goalie might have gotten a quick tip on it. Thomas back up for Siljan. Dumps it in for Larson, backhands it, cycles it for Thomas, who has pressure behind, but no worries for him. Back it up to the point for Siljan, shot, gets glove, goes off, rebound, back out for Siljan. Siljan dumps it into the corner. Larson behind there. Larson and Thomas. Thomas comes away with it. Back up the boards as Mann first back on it. Through the neutral zone comes Park and into the defensive end. Gets a little bit around Siljan. Siljan up to Thomas. Park brings it back in with pressure behind him from Mann. Pad save by Strop as Riley might have gotten a tip of that one back into the neutral zone. Groutman looking to retrieve Mann. And Groutman get it back into the zone. Off man sticks. Mann to Riley. Riley's shot gets deflected aside. Groutman taps it back up into the air. Riley able to keep control and dump it behind the net. Mann's going to go off for a change as Groutman and Riley put on pressure deep in the zone. Riley, shot towards net, gets flexed side. Groutman tried to backhand that one in, goes into the corner. Riley keeps it in again, dumps into the corner, try it again for Skoog. Skoog up the boards. Riley again keeps it in. Almost a great tip there by Skoog as that was sent on net. Cats doing a good job to keep that in. Acrobatic move by Hansen there as he went down, still able to keep it in the zone. Back for Levine. Cottage Grove dumped in front, almost covered by Straub, but sent back to the corner by Levine. And Preston Skoog has it. Not quite a 3-on-2, gets it over to Kreiser. Kreiser back, almost had Skoog there waiting at the front. Skoog and Kreiser fighting for control. Cottage Grove can't quite get it sent back into neutral zone as Eddie is on it. Eddie, Skoog after with forefront pressure. Sent down, kept in by Levine as he's pushed from behind. Kreiser picking up the slack, gets tipped through the crease. Vogel pushing aside. Not able to keep it in. And that is your first period of play. In a scoreless period, Cats have a 13-7 shots on goal league, but no one's been able to find the back of the twine. We will be back after this ice clear for the second period. Back for the second period action. Thomas brings it in, far side, he's kept to the outside. Looking for someone out front. Larson comes in to help, picked up by Cottage Grove. They send it across past one of their skaters, and Hanson will pick it up. Sends it out into the neutral zone with help of Larson. Still not quite. Now Hanson gets it up to Thomas, who dumps it in deep. Lunenburg going to be the first on it. All else changed except for Hanson. Park through the neutral zone, comes in, sends it into the corner. Hanson first on it. Has a touch, trying to send it up the glass. Help from Pavic and Palello. Towards the net. Blocked aside. Mead there for it. Mead skates by, but Hanson gets it up to the skates of Palello, and then Pavic. Pavic tries to get around one, not able to. Keeps control, gets stuck in the corner. Over to the side. Mead looking to intercept. Puts a good hit on. Palello brings it in on side as Mead clears. Shot into the glove of Park Cottage Grove. 14-7. 15:29 left in the second period. Now it's the second period. Man at the draw. Man over Groutman. Groutman was trying to get that back for Vobel. Stop. Pushes over back to Vobel, who backhands it to Groutman. Park picks it up on an errant pass. That one gets hit hard and wide. Man trying to make control. Vobel behind, lays pressure on, and Riley and Siljan fight for it. Man sends it around the boards. Up to the point, that one gets out. Tipped aside, no icing called as Groutman and Man and Riley in the offensive zone. Stretch pass goes wide. Icing is the call as Strop watches it go past his net. 14:42 left in the second period. Skoog tipped wide by Razanen. Park comes back out, stopped by Razanen, who gets it back into the zone deep. Eddie and Kreiser. Back to the point for Levine, backhands it. Over for Skoog, who also dumps it back in deep. Kreiser up the boards, leaving it for Eddie. Kreiser with good pressure, shot sent wide by Skoog. Nice stick by Eddie and then Levine. Skoog runs into a wall from number 37 from Park Cottage Grove. Park trying to float one from behind, not able to get it off in time. That one gets sent back up for Thomas. Thomas has Larson with him. Thomas to the outside, fends off pressure, goes through the crease. Backhanded by Lunenburg, back to Thomas, loses an edge. Larson comes in to assist. Brought out by Park. 1-on-2. Tried to split the D, but had nowhere to go. Siljan rushes back up. Shot low. Sitting there. Gets picked up by Park. Lunenburg with good forecheck there. Gloved aside by Blake Pavic. He'll go behind the net as Strop leaves it for him. Can't get around one. Sent towards the slot. Covered by Strop. Little poking and pushing. And a call on Blake Pavic, his second of the game. puts the Cats back on the penalty kill. Pass to the other side for the back door, gets shot wide. Cross again, watched by Mann. Sent back up, loses an edge. Levine trying to get a stick on it to clear it down. Back up for Hansen and Mann. Levine leaves it for Mann. Mann able to get it up. And here comes Riley in a foot race, not able to dump it deep into the zone. Park regroups. Hansen applying pressure to the corner. Sends it back up the boards. Park able to keep it in the zone. Sends it across, almost tipped up ahead as Levine had his man in the slot tied up. Park sends it behind for Hansen. Hansen not able to get a stick on it. Park keeps it in, stretches over. Man on it. Dancing at the blue line, kept in by Park. And that one does get out into the neutral zone. Man goes off for a change. Onto the ice is Quinn Mead. Park brings it in. Quinn Mead, the night pressure right away. Shot goes hard and wide. That one stays in. Mead sends it ahead and down, no ice. 22 seconds left in the penalty kill. Park has it and sets up behind their own net. Through neutral zone, that one's going to go far. That one will be enough for an icing whistle as Park didn't catch the pass. Ten seconds left in the penalty kill. Back to the point for Vobel. Vobel takes a shot. That flutters to the corner. Mead sends it back for Palello. Eagan's full strength. Shot low and off the pads as Mead gets back to it. Sends it for Palello. Palello looking to get that one back up to the point for Vobel. Vobel pinches, steps up, shot. Eddie had a small piece of it. That one goes wide. Vobel tried to pinch, but Mead back for it. Puck sent into the slot for Park, right into the belly of Strop. Rebound comes loose and gets sent down for an icing whistle as everyone will regroup. We have 12 left in the second period. Cottage Grove, back to the corner. Bothered by Razinin and Kreiser. Sent up around the glass and boards by Levine through neutral oats. And that one far enough for another icing call. Sent from the other end from Levine. Brandon Lundeberg on the draw, pushes it ahead, Park picks it up. Lundeberg, puck behind the net. Thomas gets it up the boards for Larson. Larson backhands it back into neutral zone territory. Excuse me. Lundeberg dumps it back deep into the corner. Tried to backhand that for Liam Thomas. Larson. Levine. Razinin back for it. Strop clears it. up to Larson. Larson up the glass. Intercepted by Cottage Grove as they aren't able to dump it in. Levine had a stick on it. Got it intercepted. Through the crease goes Cottage Grove. Levine trying to get that one up for a rushing Liam Riley. Doesn't go all the way. Back into the zone. Tipped out by Liam Riley as Cottage Grove is waiting for someone to touch it first. Stick deflected aside with Levine. Sent through the crease back out. That one was tipped. Icing is the call. And we'll get another stoppage of play. Eagan still leading shots on goal, 16-11. 8:19 left in the second frame. On the ice for your Cats, Ethan Mann, Groutman, Siljan Vobel, and Riley, who's skating out, awaiting the pass from Groutman. Gets past his stick. Tangleman up front. Vobel able to keep his man outside. Groutman back to Riley. Riley enters with Vobel and Groutman. Riley reverses. Kept in by Mann. Sends it back up. Mann shot low. Goes off a player out front. Groutman tried to get it out front for a waiting man. Cottage Grove with it the other way. Takes a shot off the chest pad of Straub. Vobel sends it around. Had a good opportunity for Park. Player wasn't ready for it. Siljan and Mead send it back into the neutral zone. Park will have to touch up. They do bring it back in, and Vobel defending. Shot gloved by Mike Straub. Levine, Skoog, Mead, Palello, and Hansen. Levine has it taken off his stick with a good rush opportunity there. Back into the slot for Cottage Grove, not able to do anything with it. They have it behind the net. Pressure from Levine to freeze the puck. Palello sends it around the other direction. Skoog trying to get there and gets held up by Cottage Grove. Park of Cottage Grove. Mead throwing his weight. Skoog trying to get a stick on it. Behind the net for Hansen. Hansen sends it up to Skoog, able to get it back into neutral zone territory. Hansen around one, back up to Skoog. Skoog tries to get it over to Palello, but finds Kreiser. Goes off Kreiser's stick. Skoog dumps it back for Kreiser into the corner. Lunenburg to Levine. Levine shot low, almost tipped in by Kreiser. Nice setup there by your Wildcats. 3-on-2 the other direction. 2-on-2. Drop pass. Nice save by Straub. The second one. Straub gets back into position. Hard shot wide, goes nowhere. Eddie Lunenburg gets stuck between some skates as Eddie brings it in onside. Eddie can't get around one as he's stopped in his tracks, but will go and retrieve for it on the side boards. That one goes back to neutral ice. Vobel and Siljan defend. Sends it out front. That one ends up on the stick of Liam Thomas as Eddie dumps it in back behind the Cottage Grove net. Takes a swipe at it, ends up out front. Dangerous play as Thomas is placed gently into the net by Park Cottage Grove. Gently enough that a penalty was called, number 34. I'm going to go with the roughing. And the Cats find themselves on the power play. Your power play unit: Lunenburg, Thomas, Larson, Groutman, and Vogel. Larson towards the net, tries to get it back through the slot. Thomas to Larson, back behind the net. Park trying to dig it out. Vogel not able to keep it in. That one's going to go on. Icing waved off. Stopped by Strop. Leaves it for Vogel. Vogel over to Groutman. Groutman to Lunenburg. Through the zone with speed. He's got Larson with him. Lunenburg kicks it to himself. Slows down play. Gets it over to Groutman. Takes a shot through traffic. Wide right. Vogel picks it back up at the point. And Park will try to take advantage of a rush here. Shot way wide left. Cottage Grove. Shot gets blocked by Strop and sent back to the boards by Groutman. Shot blocked by Larson. Picked up by Cottage Grove. Still in the power play. 49 seconds left. 2-on-1 opportunity. Gets gloved by Micah Strop. Didn't have much help, but he took care of the business and gets the whistle in the defensive zone. 3:58 left in the period. 43 seconds left for the Cats power play. Levine, Mead, Pavic, Riley, and Palello. Mead in his skates. Cottage Grove off the post. Levine able to keep it out for a second. That one sneaks in. Short-handed goal by Park Cottage Grove on a rebound that got caught on the red line. Fence couldn't sweep it out. It looked like Strop thought he had a handle on it or maybe a pad on it. Let's see if the Cats can answer. That one rebound out in front. Pad saved by Strop. Dumped over to Riley. Riley takes a shot, gets deflected aside. He's looking for a centering opportunity here. Over to Mead. To Levine. Levine to Palello. Over for a backhanded shot. Trying to backhand it is Riley. Levine at midboards. Backhands it over to Mead. Up to Pavic. Full strength is Cottage Grove. They take it behind their net. And Levine sends it back up the boards. Mead keeps control. Loses back up to Pavic. Pavic dumps it into the zone. Line change for a majority of your line there. Kept in by Hansen. And Hansen will go back to retrieve. He has Vogel open. Elects to send it down in for an icing call. Shots now in favor of Cottage Grove by 1, 20 to 19. Back for Hansen. Vogel behind the net. Vogel sends it up and around. Kreiser able to get it up to Eddie. Eddie in the foot race has Skoog with him. Eddie tried to lift the stick. Able to keep some pressure. Kreiser keeps it in. Park over to the left side. Back up for Hansen. That one wasn't tipped, so that will be another icing call. Back down the other side into the defensive end. 1:59 left in the second period. Ethan Mann on the draw. Over to Levine. Levine sends it up the glass. Man. Rising behind the net. Backhands over to the corner. Levine with pressure. And man. Sent just over the shoulder of Strop. Snuck in for a 2-0 lead. Even strength goal for Park of Cottage Grove. Shots 21-19. 1:42 left in the second period. As the direction of strength has changed, Cats had control of the first period. Liam Thomas pushing his way through the slot. Larson keeps it in. He's pushed aside. Lundenberg gets it back to Larson. Larson's shot goes wide around. Levine not able to keep it in as he goes back for it. Levine sends it up. Nice stretch pass to Thomas. Thomas brings it in, looking for help. Gets help from Levine at the point. Levine's shot on net gets tipped aside by Glove. Sent behind for Larson. Larson to the point for Razanen. Razanen to Levine. Another shot low. Off. Rebound. Need to collect those rebounds out front. Lundenberg was trying for that one there. Offside. Shot gloved after the whistle. 53.1 seconds left in the second period.
Right here. Thank you.
50 seconds left in the second period. Loose out in the slot. Roofed. Right out front. Strop went for it. Took a gamble. 3-0 Park Cottage Grove.
Jump over.
45.2 seconds left. That one's tipped side behind the net is Vobel. Vobel up to man. Through the zone for Arthur Eddy. Eddy pushes it towards the slot, covered by Cottage Grove. Man back to Hansen. Hansen sends it into the corner for Man. Man to the point for Vobel. Vobel not able to keep it in. Dumps it back in. Cats have to touch up. Back on side. Man picks that one back up for Eddy. Man centers. Shot went in after the buzzer. No goal, of course. And we'll be back for your third period after this next ice clear. Third period play coming back at you live, hopefully live, from Cottage Grove Arena. Just a few towns over from Eagan, Minnesota. Boys get back onto the ice. Starting for the Cats center, 36, Ethan Mann, dumps it back down towards the offensive end. Liam Thomas trying to get control. Silgen able to keep his man to the outside towards the slot and deflected aside. Strop and then Silgen. Liam Thomas gets it over to Mann. Mann has space in front of him. Shot on net goes wide left. Into the corner, sent on by Thomas. Briefly almost kept in by Garrett Larson. Dumped in by Parker Cottage Grove for a quick whistle. Back on the ice, Groutman, Levine, Palello, Razanen. Pavic. Groutman trying to come away with that. Poke back up to Groutman, over to Pavic. Pavic loses a handle. Levine dumps it towards the other blue line. Collected by Cottage Grove. Stretch pass sent, tipped in zone onside. Behind the net is Liam Razanen, who has his pocket picked. Back into the corner. Levine holds his man up and sends it around for Blake Pavic. For Razanen. Razanen trying to get it up the glass and out. Kept in by Cottage Grove. Shot low, covered, and saved by Micah Straub, number 1. 15:37 left in the third frame. Regulation. Liam Riley, your center. Preston Skoog on his right side. That one goes back for Silgen, who sends it up for Skoog, who's able to get it up into the air. Cottage Grove will have to touch up as it enters the neutral zone. Sent off of a skate. In by Cottage Grove. Silgen sends it back up the boards, reverse to Skoog. Tip to set ahead by Eddie. Loses an edge, no icing. Riley behind the net. Hansen, foot race with Park. Park skates right by it, giving Hansen a chance to recover. And sends it, tries to send it behind the boards. Riley gets it back up for Arthur Eddy, who's unable to poke it up the boards. Park coming towards the front of the net. 36 not ready for it, through the crease. Sent low, hard. Blocked by leg pads of Micah Straub. Riley pushes his man out, up to Skoog, who sends it down the ice and gains a offside whistle for himself. Back on, Larson, Hasanen, Levine, Thomas, and Mann. Mann ready for the draw, looking to send that back over to Levine, pushes it up for Larson, who has it up into the air. Mann brings it back down, Levine trying to poke it up the glass, up the boards. Kept in by Cottage Grove, who sent it into the chest. Rebound to his right, and bury it back for your 4th Cottage Grove goal of the game. Even strength goal by number 22, Park Cottage Grove. Shots going the other direction, 25-20. Back for Hansen. Backhanded goal almost goes in. Rebound went off the side of the net. Cottage Grove the other direction. Out front. Blocked aside and down and covered by Strom. 4-0 your score. 27-20 shots on goal. 13:56 left in this third period. Puck held up at the center dot. That one's backhanded by Groutman over to Pavic. Pavic foot race to get it on first for the Cats. Siljan tipped aside. Glove saved and brought in by Park netminder. Shot. Razanen and Levine back on. Levine shot from the point, trickles in, gets off the pad of the goalie there. Levine defends the slot, pokes his man to the side, and here comes Pavic up the outside, not able to maintain control. Razanen sends it back to neutral ice. Levine able to force the offside. That won't come back into neutral zone territory. On a close dot, camera side. Skoog dumps that deep in, goes behind the net. Riley looking to send that back towards the front of the zone, gets taken down, no call. Skoog lays a shoulder. Arthur Eddy comes in to help. Skoog out front, tries to get that to Riley, is off his skate. Penalty coming. Shot on net. Interference on Cottage Grove. Sends the Cats back onto the power play. Hopefully they can use this to get themselves still looking for that first goal of the game. Man, back to the point for Levine. Levine pushes his man into the board. Gets taken down, hooked, brought down, no call. And there is a call. And 26 gets into the box as he was hauled down by a hook. I may have read it wrong, but Levine goes into the box for 2 minutes, ending the Cats' power play. Siljan sends that down. Icing's waved off as Pavic chases behind the net and able to regain control. Looking to send it up the boards for Siljan, but Cottage Grove comes away with it into the neutral zone. Had a 3-on-2 opportunity. Back to the point. Shot sent high and over the netting. .120 left in the Cottage Grove penalty. 1:32 left on Levine's hook and call. Razanen, Palello, Groutman, and Siljan on the ice. Cottage Grove didn't have a neck guard or something not strapped or equipment malfunctions, gets sent off the ice for another center. Centers have to really watch what they can and can't do as they are under big scrutiny. Palello brings that in to the zone. Dodges around one check. Cottage Grove bumps into their own player through the middle, through the neutral zone. Siljan back to retrieve and defend. Helped out by Palello as he pushes his man into the boards. Back to the side of the net. Siljan picks it up. Up into neutral zone territory. Cottage Grove retrieves. Sends it in. Razinen had in his skates, but then back out to neutral zone with Riley putting on pressure. Riley, Skoog. Cottage Grove gets it back into neutral zone territory. 23 seconds left for Cottage Grove, 30 seconds for Eagan. Skoog moves back down, backhands it out of the zone, back into neutral ice. Cottage Grove sends it down and deep, strop behind the net to retrieve. Riley to Skoog. Cottage Grove brings it back in. Riley pushes his man to the outside. Centering opportunity goes wide. Blocked aside by Strop into the corner. Siljan sends it in. Wildcats back full strength. Razinen pokes it into the corner. Razinen looking for Skoog. Skoog, maybe with Park's help, gets it tipped out of the zone. Onto the stick of Skoog briefly. Eddie sends it up. Skoog goes for a change. Onto the ice is Thomas. Levine finds it on his stick in the corner. Goes behind the net, trying to make a pass for himself. Gets deflected aside. He's pushed down. Cottage Grove recovers. Pushed into the boards by Ethan Mann. Levine comes in to help. Centering. Past Thomas. Picked up by Hansen, sends it back into neutral ice, and here comes Arthur Eddy. Tips it into the zone, and then goes for a change. Back behind the net is Mann with Thomas helping. Mann, back to Thomas. Thomas has it taken away from him, pocket picked. Picks up again, back towards the front of the crease, and goal. Nice goal and pressure. Liam Thomas in front of the net, pushes the puck in. Love to see the strike there. Gonna get a goal no matter what you think. 4-1 in favor of Cottage Grove still as the Cats claw their way back onto the scoreboard. A scoreboard that is tricky and elusive. Razinen gets set down, man defending with Levine. That one gets sent over. Levine not able to get a stick on it, but pushes his attacker out front. Liam Razinen back in for Cottage Grove. And Groutman comes away with that. He's got help. Enters the zone with Palello and Pavic. Loose out in front, picked up by Cottage Grove. Nice shot from Groutman there. That one goes around the boards. Too far for the icing is the call. Much needed whistle for the Cats. 8:20 left. Score 4-1. Cottage Grove with the lead in shots, 28-25. Groutman, Palello, Pavic, Hansen, and Siljan on the ice for your Cats. Palello pushes it forward. Rung around the boards by the Cats, brought back into neutral zone, and then back into the defensive territory by Park. Park tips it at mid-ice. And deep into the zone, Strop behind to stop progress. Tipped into the corner by Hansen. Back to the point and out of the zone. Tipped by Pavic. Pavic not able to keep control. Riley dumps it in the zone. Offside is the call, as he needed to touch off. Just entered the zone before his entire team had cleared. 7:40 left. Razinen and Levine back on the ice. Vobel off ice, getting ready for the varsity game. Levine back behind, gonna be far. Icing is the whistle. Vogel, Mead, and Lunenburg missing from this period as they are looking to be utilized for the varsity game at 7 p.m. Puck is down. Razinen takes a shot towards net, picked up by Riley. Riley tries to backhand it into the crease, kept in by Skoog, sent to the corner. Again for Eddie. Eddie kept in by Levine, dumped in. Riley picks up in the corner, looking for Arthur Eddie. Eddie out front, goes off a couple sticks and skates. 2-on-2 back for Park. Levine defending with Razinen behind. Razinen looking to get it back up for Riley. Riley loses a handle on it, gets it up to Skoog. Skoog has Eddie on the side, takes a shot, gloved by Cottage Grove netminder. 6:37 left as Cats running out of time to get another 1, 2, or 3 on the board to tie this game up. Siljan and Hansen at the point. Man pushes the draw. Siljan not able to keep it in. Gets over and saved by Strop. As Thomas goes the other way, he has Larson entering the zone with him. Thomas gets in, Larson behind the net. Pushed aside, check from Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove looking to send that one up the ice. Man keeps it in. Man trying to tip that one up to Thomas, doesn't get there. Siljan keeps his man aside, pushes into the boards by Thomas. Thomas races after it, gets it into neutral zone territory. Glove down by Cottage Grove, so that one, icing is waved off. Groutman almost kept that one in. Even strength the other way, stopped by Liam Razinen, gloved aside. Levine over to Groutman, gets it out into neutral zone territory at minimum. 5:30 left in the third period. Razinen able to get a stick on that to force the offside on Park. Shots 29-26, score still 4-1. That one goes by Levine's stick, stopped by Strop. Razinen over to Pavic. Pavic gets it over to Groutman. Groutman trying to make space for himself, dumps it in deep behind the net. Palello backhands it in for Groutman. Groutman tried to send that on, it goes off his stick. Pavic stuck on the sideboards, helped out by Groutman. Puck still on the boards here. Park Cottage Grove comes out with it. Back to defend is Levine and Razinen. Pushed aside. Groutman able to backhand it out into the neutral zone territory. Groutman goes off for a change. Pavic for a change, as well as the D-core. Shot on net goes wide from Arthur Eddie. Tipped ahead. Foot race. That one will be an icing whistle, as neither player got there in time to impede its progress. 4:11 left in the third period. Puck is down, Hansen keeps it in. Cottage Grove looking to get it back into neutral ice, and they do. Defending is Siljan. Hansen. Shot over the blocker side. Razor. 5-1 Cottage Grove. And back to Levine. Levine sends it back up to Mann, who has a hole for himself. Up to Thomas. Thomas shot, goes low, rebound, gets kicked aside. Mann brought down. Thomas behind the net, briefly had a hand on it, trying to get it out front. Side for Levine, or I'm sorry, Mann. Backhand goal by Liam Thomas, his second of the game, with nice pressure out in front of the net. Thomas's second. Cat's not quite ready to roll over yet. Continue to put another one on the board. Mann down for Razinen. Razinen over to Levine. Levine trying to send that up for Mann. That goes far. Icing whistle. Thomas from Larson and Mann on that last goal. Palello gets it over, exits the zone. That one goes through his skate. Razinin to Levine, up to Pavic. Pavic trying to get that one deep. Groutman also fighting for it, gets it up, back up to Pavic and through his skates. Backhands it up and a high stake to Palello. Palello just goes out front. Goalie got a piece of it. That one also stopped by the goalie, back out to the point for Levine. Levine shot low, goes wide, left. Cats continuing to put shots on net. Groutman takes it into the corner, sends it towards the center. Kept in by Levine, shot into the corner behind the net. Puck goes around, 2:33 left in the third period. Cottage Grove behind their own net. And pushed into the boards by Palello. 2:25 left. Player gets up. Checking from behind was the call. 5-minute major. Puts the Cats on the penalty kill for the rest of the period. Levine sends that around the boards. Looking for Hansen. Levine tries to stop for himself, gets it up and out. A 5 and 10 is the penalty. Sent ahead. Park Cottage Grove brings it in on side. They have space. Shot through the slot. That one goes in, covered by Strop. Back out to the point. Cottage Grove sends it over to the left. Shot low and goal. 6-2. Your score as Cottage Grove remains on the power play. 1:45 left. Puck sent down. And sent down the other way will gain an icing whistle. Park swings around behind their net, exits the zone. Poked back to the blue line by Ethan Mann. Park over, backhanded in. Icing waved off for no apparent reason. Shot blocked, brought back to the point. Park retrieves in the corner. Silgen lays the shoulder. Over to the side wall is Ethan Mann, able to keep control. Sends it back up, not able to get it out as it goes through some sticks and skates into the corner. Is Easton Hansen. Sent back out front, up to the point for Cottage Grove. Backhanded, blocked by number 32, Silgen. That one gets sent down, 24 seconds left. Back on the ice is Thomas and Levine. Pavic trying to regain control. Time's going to be running out for your Wildcats. They're going to be on the losing end of a 6-2 lopsided bout. 6-2 your final score. Shots an even 32-31. We will be back Saturday afternoon down in the plentiful land of Hastings, home of next year's Hockey Day Minnesota. This year's in Shakopee, Minnesota. And we will see you on Saturday. Today's varsity game is being broadcast by Cottage Grove. Reach out to your favorite Wildcat fan or parent, and they'll give you the information. Thanks for joining.